Hey guys.
Alright folks, we're here today to check out the latest video song and perhaps the only music we're going to be getting from Frosttide for a very long time. The name of the song is Warrior. I don't know if you heard the news, but they announced that they were going on a hiatus. They're taking a break.
Oh really?
Yes.
Dude, you know what's funny is
It's not funny.
No, obviously, but I didn't know that. So when I saw this, I'm like, holy shit, new Frosttide?
It is new.
It is new, but
I don't know when there's going to be more.
What hit my brain was...
Oh, there's an album?
Dude, I got so excited.
No, there's no album in the horizon.
Oh, fuck, dude.
There's an album in the horizon because I think they're missing some vocals to be recorded. They're missing a few things to finalize the record.
Yeah,
but they've decided to take a hiatus because of COVID. They didn't have an opportunity to play as much and whatever. So everybody had to get real jobs, and real life got in the way. People have kids. You know how it is. Life. It's life. So they decided to take a little bit of a break. We don't know how long the break is going to be, but they decided to take a little bit of a break for themselves, for their lives, to allow everything to kind of catch up with itself. And then when they feel like they're ready and when they feel like the world is ready for them, then they'll come back and they'll have an album to be released. But for now, they're giving us one song almost not as a goodbye, but as a we'll see you later.
Goodbye for now.
No, see you later. See you later sounds better than goodbye. Goodbye seems more like it's finale, like there's an end to it. So it's more of a see you later.
That's funny,
or
though.
Catch you on the flip side.
That's funny. The fact that I'm serious, I did not know that. I was so excited.
You can still be excited.
I'm excited for the song, don't get me wrong. But now it's like a bittersweet moment. Now I have to wait.
So it gives you more of a reason to really
Let's
enjoy
get into this.
Let's fucking listen. Some spoken word here would be perfect. And then some big screams after. We got the screams. All right, what do you think?
I want to know what you think since you had the.
No, I'll tell you what I think after. But you were the one that was so excited. So
I
now...
was, yeah, no, I think you said something about spoken word in that middle part there, and for me personally, I actually don't. I wouldn't have mind, you know, the spoken word there. I wouldn't have mind. But even without it, to be honest with you,
that was fine without it. But I'm saying it would have been.
It would have been nice because then after you end off, you had that scream that you were saying. But I do see this as like the break in the song live. I see the break in the song. This gives the time for the crowd to really eat in that this pause really.
And for them to drink a beer.
Yeah, and then it hits you right after.
That's fine.
That's how I saw it.
No, it's fine. I said what I would like to see, but it's not like it didn't work without it. It worked fine without it. Yeah.
The song is
especially because then later after that it came that choir in and those type of, and then if you have the spoken word, if you have the choir, if now it's gonna be like it's too much. It feels like at that point this is just like a freaking gumbo of all different things, and that's not what you want.
I like the choir.
Me
like
too.
The choir,
and that's what I'm saying. Like
it would have been a little bit ruined if
it's too much. At that point, you're just throwing too many things.
I really enjoyed the choir
because if you're gonna do one, then you can't do the other. So
I really enjoyed the choir. It bringing the song. Yeah,
it gives it a fantasy epic vibe that the sound already represents.
It already had that vibe, but it enhanced it.
Yeah.
And I thought that was awesome.
Yeah,
I really liked the drums in the song, like the not gallop, but more of a stop and go forward. It worked really well with the whole big vibe that the song had, and overall, I enjoyed the song.
I think one of the great elements of this track, I felt at the end it became a little bit repetitive because that riff, that sound, that galloping or whatever it is, it's throughout the whole song. So when you're looking at a track that's 5.5 minutes, and then you give it that much of a stretch of it at the beginning and that much of a stretch of it at the end, and then you include as much as they did throughout, it starts to sound a little bit repetitive. I'm just saying, if you're gonna have that much of it, then the song needs to be just close to the 5-minute mark, but not really passing the 5 minutes. You want any good song. You want to be
memorable, but not feel overplayed.
Exactly. For me, a good song is like a good meal. You want to walk away from the restaurant feeling like you enjoyed yourself, but you're not full to the point that you want to puke. Because you almost want to feel like, fuck, an hour from now I could go back and eat that again. You don't want to come out like, I can barely move, my stomach hurts. Like, I don't want to see that shit for like another 10 years. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because when you're eating it, you're enjoying so much that you overdo it. So I think a good song has to allow you to enjoy it, like it, and kind of leave it wanting more. Not leaving it feeling like absolutely like I'm up to my eyeballs with whatever it is. And I feel like this song maybe overstretched itself a little bit. It lends itself to sound a little slightly repetitive. But anyhow, I really enjoyed the fact that the orchestrations on this track, and by the way, it's not like they're playing them off a computer. They actually have a keyboard player that does all of this shit. So,
which is also a bonus.
Also a bonus. Also a bonus. So I wish more bands did that, but it's hard to find. It's hard to find
a keyboard player.
Yeah, that knows what they're doing and they can add actually something of value.
You'd be surprised.
Like, I think a band like F&M'er, for example, I know they've looked for one, they haven't found one, but I think they would have been a band that totally would gain an extra dimension by having somebody actually do the keyboards versus just having them programmed. Just my 2 cents. Anyhow, what I was going to say is that I really love how those orchestrations tied in perfectly with the riff and with the drums. It was not like there was when you're listening to the song and you're listening to that da-da-da-da, da-da-da-da, you almost can't tell which one is giving the most amount of heaviness to the track. Is it the drums? Is it the guitars? Or is it the orchestrations?
Is the orchestrations like big atmosphere?
But the big atmosphere is because they impact the other two like simultaneously.
Yeah.
They're all three have the same substance to them. So you can tell which one is which, but because they all come together perfectly in like this perfect harmony, it makes the sound feel so big, and at the same time it doesn't make, in my humble opinion, it doesn't allow the orchestration to jump into the forefront and for you to say, wow, this is just an orchestration driven track. It is, but in those moments it hides it really well. It hides it really well. And by hiding it really well in those moments, it allows the overall orchestration driven track, because this is really a symphonic driven track. It allows it to be a little bit more digestible for the listener, because you have those moments where you kind of forget that the orchestrations are there because you're hearing the drums and you're hearing the guitar. So it's really well played out from that point of view. So I liked how they brought that together. On one more thing I want to touch on is this. I feel like these guys, I don't know if this is true or not, but I feel like they're going to the same production studio as Bremere. I really do. Because both bands tend to put the vocals in the middle of the track. Like, the orchestrations are like fucking up here. You know what I mean? And then the vocals are somewhere down here.
Yeah.
And it works well when it comes to the choirs, because that's what you want the choirs to be. You want the choirs to be like a fart on an elevator. You want them to kind of like spread through the track, like really create...
I don't want a fart in an elevator to really spread.
No, but it spreads throughout the elevator. I mean, there's not a lot of room to spread, but it still spreads nevertheless. Yeah. It's not like there's a corner of the elevator that's safe. You know,
there's no safety.
There's no safe spaces in the elevator when a fart is released into the atmosphere. So anyhow, the choirs... the choirs for a track like this, like that, it's exactly where you want them. You don't want them in the forefront. You don't want them in the back. You want them in the middle.
They put them high up there.
The choirs?
What?
They didn't put the choirs high
Not
up
the
there.
choirs. I'm talking about like the actual like...
The orchestration?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But I felt like the reason I'm saying this is because Bremere does this quite a bit. The vocals always seem like they are in the middle of the song. And I honestly feel like when you have a vocalist like Bremere does and like these guys do, why not push it a little bit more into the forefront? The song becomes so orchestration driven. It becomes such a symphonic track that you kind of lose the death metal in it. And sound wise, the orchestrations drown out a lot of the heaviness of the track. They make the track cinematic. They make the track epic and big, but it loses a little bit of the consistency, loses a little bit of the heaviness. So one of the elements that is going to give you heaviness consistently is the vocals. And when you have them that deep into the mix, then you're losing a little bit of that too. So I just find two bands from Finland with very similar sound, with very similar approach, have also a very similar mixing approach. So I don't know. I'm sure this is part of their vision and they know better than me. They're musicians. I'm not. But I honestly would love to hear some tracks from both bands where the vocals are a little bit more in the forefront. Because guess what? I've seen both bands live. And when I saw them live, both of them, the vocals, were in the fucking forefront. And it made the song sound 1,000 times heavier. So why not do that in the studio? Why make the songs so cinematic, so movie score, so symphonic, and then when you go live, you go a lot heavier? Why not try to bring some of that live heaviness into the studio?
Yeah.
Just a thought, just an idea. I've said this to Victor. I've said this to guys in the premiere. I've never said this to the guys in Frosttide. But hey, since you're going on a hiatus, here's something for you to think about during that time.
You guys have a good sound. It's just that.
Oh fuck yeah! And they're an amazing live band.
Amazing live band. Yeah, amazing.
Amazing live band.
You know what though? I'm still not walking away from this.
But do you agree? Disagree?
No, I agree with you. But I'm not walking away with this disappointed because I still enjoyed this.
Fuck! I enjoy this track. There's nothing to be disappointed about.
I still fully enjoyed this track. I do agree with you. They were not as low as they could. Like, obviously, they could just be fully fucking drowned out. But they were a little bit lower. Just a teeny tiny bit, I think. Still, because...
You know, I'm not saying for them to put the vocals on a pedestal like you do with a pussy.
No, but I'm
saying for them just a little bit higher. Lift it up a little bit.
Because I do see what they're trying to do with the whole hiding.
Yeah, I know. They're trying to make the whole song feel like it's this big atmospheric cinematic track. I get it.
Yeah, but that's the thing. I see what they're trying to do. It's not like they're doing that.
No, and what they're trying to do, they're achieving it.
They're achieving it. But in your opinion, and what I agree with is the vocals would bring more heaviness and sound way better if you just put them just a little bit.
Just a tip. Yeah. Okay.
But I still enjoyed this song.
Me too. And I'm sad to see these guys taking a break because when a band takes a break, you just never know how long that break is going to be.
I know.
Look at Winterson.
I was about to say Winterson's been on a.
They've been on a hiatus for a while.
I don't think they've been officially on a hiatus, but they've been on a hiatus.
Unofficially, it's a hiatus. It is what it is.
I was gonna say it, but I didn't know if I should.
It is what it is.
Thank you for going there.
Okay, I had to. I felt like I had to.
Keep it real.
Just always keeping it real. Anyhow, thank you for watching this video. Let us know your thoughts on Frosttide, on their hiatus, on their sound, on everything that these guys have been up to. Hit us up in the comment section, and we'll see you all at the next video.
See ya.